both wars in Iraq have a strange mystery. According to Wikipedia and most mainstream sources, the primary reason for the 1991 invasion was to liberate Kuwait from Iraqi occupation and to prevent Iraq from becoming a regional hegemony. The 2003 invasion was driven by the belief that Iraq possessed weapons of mass destruction. But according to several sources in the military, including journalists and whistleblowers, there was a lot more going on in both wars than what we are told. Now, the ancient city of Babylon is located in Iraq, about 55 miles south of Baghdad. Saddam Hussein, the former president of Iraq, was deeply interested in the ancient city of Babylon. This is according to Saddam Hussein's people. And some say he saw himself as a modern-day Nebuchadnezzar, one of the several ancient Babylonian kings. Saddam Hussein commissioned a large-scale reconstruction project of the ancient city. He also built a large palace in Babylon, overlooking the ancient city ruins. Now, according to associates that knew Saddam Hussein personally, have said that Saddam believed the ancient city had ancient but advanced occult magic, secret hidden technology the Babylonians used. He believed the technology was still there and can be obtained, and he wanted to take it and use it for his own gain of wealth and power, political power. This, and according to ancient alien theorists, believed that Saddam knew about this secret hidden occult past of Babylon. Giants, ancient aliens, secret occult knowledge and all this kind of stuff. They say Saddam Hussein was very, very into and was trying to figure out if there was any kind of evidence or some sort of ancient structures or something that he could find in the Babylonian area. So he sent guys out there, they were digging in that area to try to find some sort of technology or something. What Saddam Hussein didn't know is that there was already a secret shadow military force already there looking for the same thing. Was this the reason why Iraq was invaded twice by the U.S.? To arrest and execute Saddam Hussein so he would never get access to this secret ancient information, so then it would be in the hands of the U.S. or whatever shadow mercenary force that was out there trying to get obtained to it. Very interesting. Now, rumor has it that not only did Saddam Hussein discover some secret occult technology in ancient Babylon, apparently he also discovered it right under the palace mansion that he built, overlooking the Babylonian ancient city. According to the CIA, perception-based intelligence specialist, also known as remote viewer, explains on Gaia TV how his team remotely viewed what was going on under Saddam Hussein's palace in ancient Babylon. Remote viewing, which is said to be a psychic extrasensory perception gift. Some people have this ability to perceive information about a distant or unseen target solely through mental processes. They can use their mind to see what's going on the other side of the world or even in the ancient past. Now, you don't have to believe this, but the CIA does, and they admit using it. They have documents that kind of disclose this. So take this whatever way you will. Remote viewer Sebastian Martin explains one of his teammates was in Iraq and remote viewed what was going on under the palace of Saddam Hussein's mansion. All this is recorded on Gaia TV. Listen up.
Back in the Second Gulf War, she was in Iraq, right? And she saw many troops from different countries. And she also was privy to the removal of the Stargate. So she saw the Stargate being removed from the underground location of the summer palace of Saddam Hussein. And for some reason, they knew about the Stargate's location. Saddam Hussein himself knew about the Stargate, and he knew about the people working with the Stargate. So that's another story. But when the Stargate got removed from Iraq, this agent was involved in the shipment of that Stargate out of the Summer Palace. So she was working with the Americans. She was working with, I think the Bulgarians were even there too. So there were multiple nations. There were also Italians there. French were there too. And so they sent off the Stargate in a crate, and they were trying to make it leave the country.
So it was an ancient Stargate they found. According to remote viewer Sebastian Martin and other researchers, some sort of ancient portal structure discovered right under the mansion Saddam Hussein built. My question is, did he know he was building a house on top of an important area in ancient Babylon? And did Saddam Hussein make direct contact with this structure, which according to Sebastian Martin is a technology that can be used today? Where did it come from? How was it built? And who built it? What was it used for? Did the Babylonians build it? Or was it built by an even more ancient, advanced civilization? Or maybe that civilization were the Babylonians. And were the military and scientists down there successful at turning it back on? Let's see what Sebastian Martin has to say about this. Listen up.
So what'd you learn about the Stargate after all this?
Well, I knew that the Stargate was definitely made out of a piece of metal or stone-like substance that was not, to me it felt like it was not from this earth, but it was from the main core of the
Inner Earth, right?
Yes. And that kind of technology was, what I've seen with my own eyes, actually using remote viewing, I'm just saying with other pieces of technologies in the future. But this one in particular was definitely of a different type of substance because I could feel its energy. And
do you know where the Stargate takes you?
Yes, it was definitely, I mean, that's the Stargate itself was used by the Anunnaki.
Right.
And for traveling between their planets or space to Iraq and to communicate with some secret space program agents there.
Did they say this Stargate is active and they can turn it on whenever they want, or who's in control of it?
So the Stargate was originally used by the secret space program underground of that Summer Palace in Iraq. So in the ancient Babylon location, Saddam Hussein knew about the SSP personnel were Iraqi scientists, and he was told to leave them alone. And as a dictator of his country, it's hard for anybody to imagine that he was told not to mingle with those people and to leave them alone, and they were completely separate, independent from Iraq, from Saddam Hussein, from the rest of the world. And he had to respect it, which he did.
Yeah.
He built a tunnel from his Summer Palace to go directly down to the Stargate.
Yeah, what does it look like? Is it round? Is it square?
It was round. It was round, hollow, maybe like 9 feet tall, maybe 10 feet tall, by like 9 by 9, I guess. I would say.
Yeah, it's not too big.
Not too big, and the beings coming through it, the Anunnaki beings.
How they fit through there? They're pretty big.
Well, those ones could fit in. They were going through it, and they were talking to the SSP people. Again, this is what stories I heard. I never remote viewed that particular event.
Okay.
But I was told that this is what happened. That basically those Anunnaki beings came through, two brothers, and they had baritone voices, pretty scary looking people, apparently, for what I heard. And that the SSP scientists were able to communicate with them. To what degree or what extent, I have no idea. All I know that they were in communication with those Anunnaki beings. Saddam Hussein was also told that he could communicate and learn from these Anunnaki beings, but he considered it to be like dark magic and satanic.
So he didn't want nothing to
in
do
essence.
with it.
So no, he got scared from it, and he didn't want to mingle with those beings. So he kind of left them alone. and then it got out of hands, and the Stargate got stolen, and they lost track of it. She wasn't part of that program. She just knew that the Stargate got stolen. It could have been an inside job. It could have been someone else from the CIA that worked for another organization, and then that's how it disappeared.
So according to Sebastian Martin on Gaia TV, this Stargate technology, discovered under the mansion, palace of Saddam Hussein, was being used and turned on by this secret deep state scientist military personnel, according to Sebastian Martin. They used the Stargate, and apparently they were successful at turning it on, and they brought in these creatures from God knows where they came from. Now, Sebastian doesn't say where they came from, but he calls them the Anunnaki, and they came through the Stargate and communicated apparently with the personnel and Saddam Hussein. Now, according to Mesopotamian history, the Anunnaki are a group of deities from ancient Mesopotamia, the mythology, specifically Sumerian and Babylonian traditions. So the Babylonians, I guess they worship the Anunnaki as gods in their religious practice. Now, other people say the Anunnaki are aliens, apparently, from the 9th planet. Some people argue that call this planet Nibiru, a planet outside of our solar system, not too far out. And some theorists and researchers say that these are aliens from this planet who came here. So that's another theory on the Anunnaki. Some people say they're angels. We don't know. It's just scriptures from ancient writings. But apparently, Sebastian Martin, these Anunnaki creatures came in through the portal and communicated with everyone. So I don't know. Maybe they were aliens. Maybe they weren't. You decide. Now, sometime after this, the Stargate was stolen by another deep state shadow government faction. Sebastian Martin was assigned by the CIA to try and remote view who and what stole the Stargate and where was it taken. So the deep state is very, very complex. All these factions that are all going against each other. It's very, very murky and very, very confusing. Okay, so let's listen up, see what he has to say.
At first, I was asked to remote view the Stargate, and I did. And when I looked at the Stargate, when I saw it, I was in direct contact with it. I could see it right in front of me. I also saw a white Draco reptilian with the Stargate, and behind him were soldiers in black uniforms. And there was no insignia, there was no names, nothing. And they was just there. I could not really picture the room itself. It looked pretty white in the background, but the Stargate was there. And it was standalone on a stand. It was not connected to anything. It was just a random piece of technology that was not being in use because they could not make it function.
Do you think when you had that vision, was that like current, or was that from the past, or is that in the future?
That was current.
Current.
Yes, it was live. Like I was seeing it.
You were seeing it live with the reptilian and the guys in the tactical suits. Okay.
That's correct.
What else can you tell me more about the layout there?
So I did mention that I was usually seeing events through someone else's eyes.
Right.
In this case, that was not the case. I was directly connecting to the Stargates as myself. Mm-hmm. So I was there. Like my soul energy, whatever you want to call it, my consciousness was there. And
Bilocating,
yes. And the reptilian was looking straight at me.
Right.
I was just like literally facing him, like right opposite him. And I guess that's how he saw me, and he looks.
Yes.
I wasn't directly actually facing him, just maybe slightly on his right. So while he was looking straight at the time, then he moved his head slightly towards me to look at me. That's when I knew it was a direct eye contact.
And that made you feel really uncomfortable.
Oh, it scared me.
Yeah.
It scared me, and I felt threatened, and that's when I stopped the communication. And that was the first time ever that it happened to me. Like this was new to me.
So therefore it seems this Stargate was stolen by this other shadow government faction, in my opinion, so no one else can have access to it. Saddam Hussein was given access to the Stargate, and there were scientists and military personnel down there and were successful, according to Sebastian Martin, at turning it on. And these giant creatures, called the Anunnaki, came out. Now, Sebastian Martin never disclosed what these creatures wanted and why or how they came through the portal. They were successful at turning it on, and they came through. He says they were very scary and intimidating and commanded power and authority over the military personnel that were there. But that's all we know about that. When it was stolen, it seems this reptilian-looking creature, Sebastian Martin explains, was the leader in charge of this shadow government faction. Now, I don't know what to make of this reptilian creature, but from my research, they come up quite often, all the time. They are everywhere in conspiracy circles. Researchers, whistleblowers, people who have worked in the shadow government have seen these creatures. They're in books, historical writings, drawings, witnessed today even in these military bases. Some people are saying that they're aliens. Some people say maybe they're an old, intelligent animal life form that lives in the earth, inner earth, I guess. Some people say they're demons. I don't know. We don't know. I can say that they come up quite often. Believe me, if you do the research, they're everywhere. Now, according to Sebastian Martin, these creatures were aware of Sebastian Martin psychically spying on them, this reptilian creature, and scared him away. And that pretty much ends the story on the Iraq Stargate. There's no other information I can find on if they remote viewed the Stargate anymore. I don't know. What happened after that is unknown. So not too long after that, Saddam Hussein, of course, in Iraq was executed, and the invasion of Iraq, continued. And now I'm pretty sure, whatever's going on in Iraq, America is going to put a cap on it, and they pretty much control that area now. And that could be why we're witnessing all this conflict in the Middle East. So, it's not necessarily about resources, and, it could be about resources that we don't know. So just be aware of that. So in conclusion, in my opinion, this Iraq invasion, it happened twice to get a hold of this technology and to control Saddam Hussein so he wouldn't say anything about it. This reptilian group seems to be the real power behind this whole problem with this invasion in Iraq, from my opinion, and with continued problems in the Middle East possibly as well. So we should be asking, what are they really fighting for with continued problems going on in the Middle East we see today with Iraq and Iran and so on and so forth. If we understand how our world works, that it's a lot older, a lot more ancient, and a lot more going on. And so, with a lot more things going on behind the scenes in this world that we aren't told. But we will tell it here on Matrix Fall. We'll see you next time.